Now we'll see about the second classification. Okay, second classification of these alcohols based on nature of carbon atom to which OH group is attached. If suppose sometimes the OH group is attached directly to the compound which is containing only sp3 hybridized, sometimes it may also with the compound which is containing sp2 hybridized carbon atom. So based on that nature, again these are classified into three important types. First one is known as, okay, so first compound is known as monohydric alcohols. So as we already know that monohydric alcohols are containing only one hydroxy group. So though it is containing one hydroxy group, based on the nature of carbon atom, again these are classified into three types. First one is primary monohydric alcohol. Okay, so that means here hydroxy group is located on primary carbon atom. So here the nature of carbon atom is said to be primary. Okay, so now hydroxy is located on primary carbon atom. See, this is the carbon, just imagine, which is holding OH group. If this carbon is alone, that means it is not in touch with any other carbon, we can take it as a primary carbon. Okay, or else the carbon which is containing OH group is now attached with one more carbon atom. Okay, see, this carbon is in bonding with one more carbon atom. Even this we can consider as a primary carbon. On primary carbon, if OH group is located, then that is known as primary monohydric alcohol. Okay, now see the second type. Second type is known as secondary monohydric alcohol. Okay, in this secondary monohydric alcohol, OH group should be located on secondary carbon atom. When we can say a carbon as secondary means if it is in turn attached with two more carbon atoms. Okay, the carbon which in turn attached with two more carbons, then that is known as secondary. To balance its valency, here it is in touch with one more hydrogen atom. Now we can say this carbon as secondary carbon because it is connecting to two other carbon atoms. Okay, then this type of alcohol is known as secondary monohydric alcohol. Move on to the third type, that is tertiary monohydric alcohol. As we know, tertiary carbon is indicated by 3 degree. Okay, so here OH group should be located on the carbon which is in tertiary. Tertiary means this carbon should attach with 3 more carbon atoms. Okay, then that carbon is known as tertiary carbon. Okay, now this type of monohydric, why it is monohydric? Due to containing only one hydroxy group. This type of hydric compound is known as tertiary monohydric alcohol. Okay, that is about the different types under monohydric alcohols, that is primary, secondary and tertiary. Now move on to the next type, that is second type under the nature of carbon atom, that is known as allylic alcohol. Okay, so these allylic alcohols are the alcohols or hydroxy compound in which OH group is attached to sp3 hybridized carbon, which in turn attach to sp2 hybridized carbon. Okay, so sp2, sp3 can be explained based on the type of bond to which the carbon atom is attached. Now see, around this carbon atom all the bonds present are just a single, then it is said to be sp3. Okay, if a double bond is located, at least one double bond is located on the carbon, then that is said to be sp2, and even it is sp2. Okay, if only single bonds are located, then that is known as sp3. So in allylic alcohol, OH is located on sp3 carbon, which in turn attached with sp2 carbon, then that is known as allylic alcohol. Understand? Now we'll see the types of this allylic alcohols. As like monohydric alcohols, even these are classified into three types. First one is known as primary monohydric primary allylic alcohol. I am really sorry. And here primary allylic, this is coming under allylic alcohol, so it is primary allylic alcohol. So that means OH group should be located on primary carbon atom, which in turn attached with sp2 hybridized carbon. So CH2 and CH here. To balance the valence here, it must be with two hydrogen atoms because it should balance two characters. That is, it should be primary and sp3 hybridized. Is it sp3? Yes, due to containing 3, all the single bonds, it is said to be sp3. And even it is attached with only one carbon, we can say it is primary carbon. So it is coming under primary allylic alcohol. Now move on to the second type. So in this second type, secondary allylic alcohol we have to study. That means here OH should be on sp3 carbon atom, that means which is with only single bond, okay, and in turn attached with sp2 carbon because it is allylic in nature, understand? And this carbon should be secondary, that means it should be in touch with two other carbons, okay. So here I am taking one more carbon atom and here we have to take hydrogen. Is this carbon secondary? Obviously it is secondary because it is attached with two other carbon atoms. So it we can say secondary carbon, okay, and it is allylic in nature because sp3 carbon holding OH is attached with sp2 hybridized carbon, understand? So this secondary allylic alcohol now containing OH on secondary carbon, understand? Now move on to the third type. Under this third type, tertiary allylic alcohol we have to see. Okay, so that means the carbon which is holding OH must be allylic. That means this character doesn't change. sp3 and it should be attached to sp2, where the hydroxy holding carbon should be attached with 3 other carbons like this. Now this is attached with 1, 2, 3 carbons directly. Then it is known as allylic, tertiary allylic alcohol. Okay, so because here the nature of carbon is tertiary, understand? In primary allylic alcohol, carbon holding OH must be primary, here secondary and here tertiary. So this is about allylic alcohol based on the nature of hydroxy, nature of carbon atom. Now move on to the third type. Okay, so here we have to study about benzylic alcohol. Okay, so that means here benzene ring will be present, but directly OH group is not attached to benzene ring. So here OH group is attached to the benzene ring through sp3 hybridized carbon. For example, I am taking here benzene ring. Okay, on this OH group should be present. If it is directly present, that will be considered as phenol, but not as benzylic alcohol. Understand? Now it is coming under alcohols, not phenols. So here OH group is attached to this benzene ring through sp3 hybridized carbon. Now this is sp3 hybridized. How can we say it is sp3? Because around this all single bonds are present, so that it is sp3. So through this sp3 carbon, if OH is attached to the benzene ring, then that is known as benzylic alcohol. Okay, clear? There is no types under this benzylic alcohol. So that is about the classification of these alcohols. I think you could have understood about this topic. Now we'll move on to the other type, concept of this chapter, that is nomenclature. I think you are clear till here. Now we'll see the another concept. Now we'll see about another important concept under the same chapter, that is about nomenclature of alcohols. So to give names for different types of organic compounds, we'll be having two important types of nomenclatures. One is common name or common system. Other one is IUPAC system. Okay, so IUPAC names are universally accepted names for whatever may be the compound. We will give these names based on certain set of rules. Okay, clear? Now we'll see about different types of alcohols. Okay, first I am taking here one of the example for alcohol or compound. Okay, clear? So here I am taking the first example for the alcohol, that is CH3OH. This is the first member of alcohol. So now under this common nomenclature we can name them as, first we have to write alkyl group name. Okay, this is nothing but alkyl group. Then we have to add the word alcohol. So alkyl alcohol is said to be the common name for different types of alcohols under this common nomenclature. Understand? And if different types of isomers are present, they can be represented by adding the letters, or sorry, by adding the words such as iso, secondary, tertiary and neo. Okay, so for different types of isomers we can give their names by using the words like iso, secondary, tertiary and neo. Now see how to give names according to this IUPAC system. Under this IUPAC system we will be having a set of rules. So according to that rules only we have to give names for this organic compounds. Okay, now according to the rules of IUPAC system for these alcohols, first we have to write, or we have to replace in alkane E by using OL. Okay, because these are the derivatives of alkanes. Alcohols are derivatives of alkanes. So this is one of the alkane, that is nothing but methane. So from that alkane, the last letter E must be replaced by the suffix OL. So we can name them as alkanols. Just like this. So alkane, in alkane E suffix is now replaced by the word OL, so that here it is named as alkanol. According to IUPAC system, these compounds are named as alkanols. Understand? Now in the case of polyhydric alcohols, E will be retained as it is. Only for polyhydric alcohol, E will be retained as it is and only OL must be added. For polyhydric alcohols, okay, we can name them as alkane plus OL. Okay, there is no removal of this E. So to the same alkane, OL is also added. For polyhydric alcohols, we have to write their names as like this. Now we'll see example, that is CH3OH. This CH3OH according to common system will be written as alkyl alcohol. Now what is the alkyl group present here? With one carbon atom we know it is known as methyl. About this one carbon we have studied under in first year syllabus itself. If one carbon is present we have to call it as meth. If two carbons are present, eth. 3 carbons are present, prop. Like that we have to call them. Now here only one carbon is present, that is taken as methyl. To this methyl, OH is attached, so we have to write it as alcohol. So its name according to common system is methyl alcohol. Now move on to IUPAC system. Here we have to write its name as alkanol. What is the alkane attached? Methane. Okay. Here E is removed and OL is added, so it is named as methanol. That's it. Now second example, CH3, CH2, OH. Okay, so for this compound we want to write its common name. Here alkyl groups located is ethyl because of containing 2 carbon. So it is ethyl alcohol. Okay, in IUPAC system we can call them as ethanol. Just OL we are adding by removing E. Okay, next third example is CH3, CH2, CH2, OH. Here 3 carbons are present, then it is known as propyl according to common system. And alcohol word is added, propyl alcohol. According to IUPAC system we can call it as propanol. Okay, now fourth example I am taking, that is CH3, CH2, CH3 and here OH is added. Just imagine. Okay, now even here 3 carbons are present, okay, then it is also known as propyl and OH is located, then it is known as alcohol. Then what will be the difference between the above one and this one? So here OH is present as a side chain. It is not on the straight chain. So we have to call it as isopropyl. Just now I have told you, if isomers are present, so they are indicated by or differentiated by using the letters iso, secondary, tertiary, neo and so on. Here these two are said to be isomers because of having same molecular formula but differ in their structures. Here OH group presence of OH group is different here. Here it is located at first carbon, so it is N-propyl alcohol, but here it is located on second carbon, so it is called as isopropyl alcohol. Understand? Now according to IUPAC system, this difference can be indicated by using numbers. Here it is located on first carbon. Okay, but here OH is located on, we have to select a pairing chain. This will be the pairing chain, longest carbon chain. So from one corner to another corner we have to give numbering. I am starting from here 1, 2, 3. At second carbon OH is located, then it is known as 2-propanol. That's it. Okay, clear? Now we'll take another example, that is CH3, CH2, 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 OH. Okay, now total number of carbon atoms are 4, then it is known as butyl alcohol. Okay, now OH is located at first carbon, it is known as butanol or 1-butanol. Okay, now another example, CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. Now this hydrogen is replaced by OH, just imagine. Okay, now OH is located on which carbon? This is secondary carbon. Okay, now OH, why it is secondary? Because this carbon attached with 2 other carbons, so we can say it is a secondary carbon. Understand? So it is known as secondary butyl alcohol. Okay, it is known as secondary butyl alcohol. Now on second carbon OH is located, this will be the parent chain. And now we have to give numbering according to this IUPAC system. So to this OH holding carbon should get the lowest number. So it is first carbon, second carbon, third carbon, fourth. On second carbon OH is located, then it is known as 2-butanol. Okay. Now we'll take one more example, that is CH3, CH3, okay, and here CH3 and here OH is located. So this is also one of the isomer of above example. Okay, so because both are containing same molecular formula. Now we want to write its IUPAC name as well as common name. Now here OH group is located on this carbon and this carbon is tertiary. How can we say it is tertiary? Because the carbon is attached with 3 other carbons. Then it is known as tertiary butyl alcohol. Okay. Now we have to write its IUPAC name. So that we have to select first a parent chain which is covering hydroxy group containing carbon. Either we can take this as parent chain, or we can take this as parent chain, or we can take this as parent chain, because all the 3 ways can cover this hydroxy group containing carbon. Okay, clear? Now we have to give numbering. So this is the first carbon. From any one corner we can give. Both the corners, this secondary carbon, this carbon holding hydroxy group will get second number. So I am taking from left to right. On second carbon OH is present, as well as methyl group is also present as a substituent. Okay, now it is functional group, it is substituent. We know substituent is always indicated at first. So it is 2-methyl. Okay, and root word is with the 3 carbon, propane, and OH is located at second carbon, 2-ol. That's it. So it is 2-methyl propane 2-ol. So this is about nomenclature. Now I am going to give few examples. You just try to give names. Here I have given 3 examples. You just try to write IUPAC names as well as common names for these 3 compounds. Okay. I hope you understand about the topic nomenclature.